Initiating system launch. System 1 release.
We are one. We are a legion. Break the system of corruption. Fight with your mind, Anonymous. Freedom. Justice. Liberty. Hope. Love. Truth. Anonymous.
不吵，
世卫组织正努力为
不堵车。
困难时期的中国人民提供支持。
晚上7点，像凌晨3点，武汉像被按下了暂停键，热闹。
The epidemic that strikes at 100 years. The world's population must be reduced by 50%. Coincidence or criminal act? Or a mass manipulation done to hide certain interests? Panic is slowly taking over the world as the cases of people infected with the coronavirus from China are increasing. Now there are thousands of deaths and tens of thousands of cases worldwide. Was the Wuhan coronavirus predicted in a 1981 SF novel? David Rockefeller said in a speech on September 23, 1994, at a dinner with UN ambassadors, "All we need is a major crisis, and nations will accept the New World Order. The world's population must be reduced by 50%. As there are several overlapping theories about the nature of the New World Order, there are also more beliefs about how it will be implemented, one of them being called the population control. Conspiracy theorists believe that the New World Order will also be implemented by monitoring and controlling the movement of people, which means that the plans intend to, among other things, stop the growth of societies through medical programs targeting health and family planning, or intentionally reducing most of the world's population. Through genocides caused by unnecessary wars, by virus epidemics created by genetic engineering." Listen carefully until the end to see what precautionary measures you should take so that you are not affected by any type of virus. While international organizations are refusing to declare a pandemic, people have remembered that every 100 years there is an epidemic, and the number of victims is increasing. In 1920, the world was facing the Spanish influenza epidemic. The Spanish flu was a disaster, hard to imagine. 500 million people infected worldwide. Death estimates range from 50 to 100 million people. What is even more strange is that even in 1820, the world was struggling with a cholera epidemic, which decimated Asia. The cases of cholera that struck Asia and reached Europe could never be established. We can only have an idea about the high mortality of the epidemic if we consider that only 30,000 people died in Bangkok. Above all else, coincidence or not, in 1720, the bubonic plague epidemic in Europe destroyed the population of the French city Marseille. The Great Plague of Marseille killed 50,000 in the city and another 50,000 in the provinces surrounding the area. It is too early to say what awaits us from the current epidemic, but the prospects are frightening. According to the specialists, the mortality rate in the case of coronavirus infection is 15%, much more than other similar infections where the mortality is only 3%. Equally serious is the fact that Chinese specialists have announced that the disease can be transmitted from the incubation period, long before the carrier shows signs of the disease. The possibility makes all control measures taken around the globe useless. The airport controls are useless if a coronavirus passenger appears perfectly healthy, has no fever, and doesn't even sneeze. It is quite possible that these people will walk for a week or two through a European city spreading the coronavirus everywhere they go. We might think that this is a way to reduce the planet's population, but we may well wonder if this is not about some dark forces trying the same thing. More and more people are talking about a biological weapon, a virus that escaped from some laboratory, or simply a discreetly planted virus, not coincidentally in China, a country that disturbs by its economic power. And the effects are visible. The coronavirus has not only hit the population, but also the economy of China. Bill Gates said in a 2010 conference that the world has about 7 billion people, but we could grow to 9 billion in a short period of time. And if the new vaccines, the healthcare, the health services, and reproduction control would all work properly, we could reduce these figures by 10 or even 15%. What did he mean by that? Was the Wuhan coronavirus predicted in a 1981 SF novel? A one-page image from a novel by SF writer Dean Koontz containing the phrase Wuhan 400 launched the theory that the emergence of the new coronavirus had been predicted as early as 1981. The name coincides with the city where the virus was first discovered, but after a simple review, the theory of prediction does not remain as plausible. Coronavirus is not transmitted by air. It is transmitted by being in contact with contaminated surfaces through cough drops that reach the face, mouth, nose, eyes. If someone coughs on the button of an elevator, or on a chair, or on a table, for example, the person who touches that surface with its hands and then touches their face, mouth, eyes will be infected. The general hygiene measures are also important in this case. Wash your hands as often as possible. Do not touch your face with your unwashed hands. Stay away from people who cough or sneeze. Avoid crowded areas. Wear a mask that covers your nose and mouth if you have a cold so as not to contaminate others. If you are usually stressed and scared, you will probably get the virus more easier, and with fear, you will accentuate its effects in the body and you will suffer more. So if you haven't been optimistic and with a positive attitude so far, it's the best time to change your neural pathways and become brave. Now, in all seriousness, this game is played on a psychological level. Stress is the #1 inhibitor of the immune system because you don't need stress in these situations. If you know and have more details about this virus or any type of virus, you can write us in the comments section. Until then, do not forget to like the video and distribute to all your friends to keep them informed. For more informative and interactive videos, subscribe to our BrainStation channel.
Hi, thanks for watching the video. I'm putting this clip here because so many people say, oh my gosh, Carrie, I didn't know you owned this channel. And yeah, I make the videos here as well, so here I am. And I just want to say that this coronavirus video, I made 6 different processing scripts to make each of the visualizations, and like I didn't intend to make that many, but I did it. I think I'm gonna make a video where I talk more about it on Humany, so if you wanna know some behind the scenes, go watch that. Okay, link in the description. Stay safe, best of luck, bye.
In case you are blissfully unaware of who we are, let me tell you this. We are not just a person. As people die, we are an idea, and ideas are immortal. We are justice, and justice cannot be silenced. We are the ones governed by no law. We are the ones who do not beg for justice to take its course. We are the ones your parents warned you about. We are the voice of the silent in the eyes of the blind. We are Anonymous.